Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jenny and you are in Turkey headquarters. Today's video is to update you guys what is really happening and what happened behind the scene after Oyo State Governor dropped all the charges they made against Queen Naomi concerning the incident that happened at the Farm Fair in Ibadan. That was December 2024. And yeah, so since that time, a lot of things has happened. People have said a lot of things. A lot of things are going on. A lot of accusation. A lot of this mixed reactions from the families. From Ibadan people, from Ooni of Ife side, from Queen Naomi side, from bloggers, from Nigerians, from blah blah blah. So what really happened was that after Queen Naomi and Mr. Hamzat got released, and after the Oyo State Governor dropped all the charges they made against them, and a lot of people were so happy for them, including myself, and people started saying that is Ooni of Ife that run the case. People were saying, "Oh, Ooni of Ife has done it again. Thank you." All those Yoruba women that support Ooni of Ife on Instagram, and we have some of them on YouTube too. That are always praising Ooni of Ife. Even if he does something bad, they will praise him, even though he's the king. But sometimes, when a king does something, don't criticize him, but don't come and be painting the bad thing to be a good thing. You understand? So what am I trying to say? People are just saying that it was Ooni of Ife that run the case for Queen Naomi, but it's not true. Queen Naomi, nobody run it for her. God did it. See, let me tell you guys what really happened. When Queen Naomi got arrested and stayed in Kirikiri for a lot of time, almost 1 month, Queen Naomi mother, the sister and the brother were the ones that came out on social media crying, searching for help, telling people to help them, that their sister is not feeling fine, that she is being charged of what she did not do. People started running around. Some people volunteered for themselves to be among the lawyers, like a lot of Nigerians that are lawyers. They started signing petition. Yeah, they signed petition for Queen Naomi, and the petition really helped for this case, because if not, this thing we are hearing now, that they drop all the charges, we wouldn't have been hearing it. And God is the first runner of this case. People attributing all Queen Naomi's family efforts to Ooni of Ife is not good. Ooni of Ife did nothing. Yeah, allegedly what I heard, the family is saying that nothing concerned Ooni of Ife in this case, because when this case was very fresh, when they needed Ooni of Ife most, Ooni of Ife was nowhere to be found. Rather, he was doing interview and calling Queen Naomi Queen Odua. That thing really, really pained Queen Naomi's family. It's not what they needed that time. They don't need any talk that will be controversial at that time. What they needed is something that will, melt down the people's hearts. We know a lot of people lost their children, like 35 children were applied on this case, and I'm saying may their souls continue to rest in peace. Amen. And may God console all the families that are involved. So, when Queen Naomi came out, people are saying that those families are saying that they did not get justice, blah, 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 because Queen Naomi is this, Queen Naomi is that. It's just that when people are mourning, you don't need to curse them. A lot of these parents were the people that made mistake. A lot of these parents caused the death of their children because they were so careful. They were so careless. They all want their children to get in there. Why will you be throwing your child through the fence? Why? For what reason? For what? Even if that person wants to give your child scholarship for life, why would you throw your children through the fence just to get in? Queen Naomi was not even there at the scene when all these things happened. In fact, they said she and her mom was still in their hotel room when they call them on phone and tell them, see what is happening in that event center. The people that was assigned as security were supposed to start by 10. No, the occasion was supposed to start by 10. So the people that were assigned were supposed to start by 8, the securities. But this thing started happening around 5:30 to 6:30 a.m. So how is it her fault? In the first place, she was not even supposed to go to that kirikiri that they took her to, because her event has not started, one. Secondly, she was not even there present when all these things. It was when it started that they called her. She, her mom, and every other people has to rush there. They nearly bite her. Even the other man, they naked him. Like, where they are trying to save people. It was greediness and carelessness that caused some of these children that, died in this case. But at a stand now that Oyo State government has dropped all the charges, it shows that they have, check, recheck, and check and recheck, and say that it was not Queen Naomi and Mr. Hamzat's fault that all these things happened. And secondly, people attributing this win to Ooni of Ife. It seems like, everything is all about, every case in Nigeria is all about, somebody that knows somebody. Ooni of Ife did not show up when Queen Naomi needed her most. So this time around, the people, social media, cry. The family, the mom, sister, brother, lawyers, everybody did. This win that Queen Naomi had, this freedom, this case being dropped, had nothing to do with Ooni of Ife. Queen Naomi family did their best, like they are the best. The mom, the brother, the sisters, they were running around, they come out on social media. They did a lot to make sure that justice is prevailed. And we thank God that this case did not go the way some people, planned it. Yeah, some people wanted Queen Naomi to remain there forever. We don't know why, maybe hatred or something like that. You can't put someone in Kirikiri that is innocent. She was only trying to help those children. She was only trying to put smiles on their face, and she has been doing it for years. This is not her first time, but I'm really, really happy for her that now she's out. Not only out, the charges, how many charges they made? Like, I think 21 or 18 charges, imagine. And they have dropped all, and case closed. What left for her, if she can do it, is just to go and visit those families that lost their children, and mourn with them as a human. That's the best thing to do. Organize something in honor of them, not something that will brought crowd. In fact, I don't let her not even organize. Go to their various houses, but when going, they should be very, very careful, because people are still hurting. But anyway, that's what prompted me to do this video, because people were praising Ooni of Ife, attributing the case being dropped, attributing everything to Ooni of Ife. Why Queen Naomi's family was the brain behind all these things. They did their best. They called lawyers. They did this. They did a whole lot of things. So even if Ooni of Ife took part, or there is some places he took part, all the attribution should not go to him. Queen Naomi family was also there for her. Even though allegedly people are saying that Ooni of Ife did not contribute anything to this case. When they needed Queen Naomi most, he was not there for her. He was only granting interview everywhere. He didn't do what he was supposed to do. That even people were saying that if Queen Naomi was still his wife, he would not allow her to spend 24 hours there. Talk more of spending almost 1 month. I think she spent like 28 to 29 days there. So that is it, guys. What do you have to say about this? Sometimes when somebody do something, you praise them. Queen Naomi family really tried. So people should not carry all the things they did and throw it under the table and was giving all the attribution to another person, but I really thank God for her life. This case is not the way a lot of people expected it to end. People were saying that, oh, if they don't take time, Queen Naomi will go to Kirikiri for life. This one. In fact, some of people that don't like Queen Naomi are already dancing and dancing. Like, when this Queen Naomi thing happened, that was when you will learn that people are really mean and wicked. Jealousy can make people to do undo. Jealousy can make people to say a lot of things that you'll be so shocked. Like, jealousy can make people to do undo. Jealousy can make people to do what they condemn when they hear that another person do it. Stop being jealous of people, because when your jealousy grows so bad, you cannot control it anymore. Rather, it will keep pushing you to do more. I know people can be jealous, but make it just a little, not you being jealous, hateful, only you, someone that you don't know. Some of these people that don't like Queen Naomi and are jubilating about her downfall and all of that, when all this case started, some of them don't even know Queen Naomi. They've never met her before. They hated her based on what they heard online, or based on she left Ooni of Ife. Some started, being mean to her because of she wrote something on the internet and said she don't want Ooni of Ife again. You don't know her reason. You don't know, you were not in her shoes. You don't know what actually made her to say, I don't want to marry again. But you just wake up and you started hating her because other people are doing the same. Some just out of nowhere, because of some of the gist, some of the cook-up gist you heard online about her, you started saying nonsense on comment sections about her. Somebody you don't know. You don't know her from anywhere. You might not even see her until this world ends. But you've already concluded that what you heard about her is true. This is social media. One thing people don't know, that this is social media. Somebody can decide to come out, sit down and cook up stories, tell it in a way that it will be very sweet. Some will even cry while saying it. You will think that is the truth. This is social media. A lot of things here are fake. So, as a human, when you watch some videos or you watch bloggers or something people write about people, you use your number 6. When you read, you know that some of these things are not really truth, why some are. But anyway, I'll drop this video here. I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.